Hello everyone, hello. I went on, oh okay, you can't see the game now, we need to add the game. So, I had my lunch, and then I saw on the stream, so I was looking for like a background for the VODs, and I found that actually Final Fantasy provide like Twitch graphics for you, which I think is really cool. So I was like, oh yeah, we'll definitely got to do that. So as you can see now, we have the Twitch graphics. Let me just find the game capture. That's window capture. Screen capture. Source. And then the one we want to add is Final Fantasy XIV. We want to increase that a little bit. Do transform fit. Perfect. Bring this all the way down. And there we go. And this chat, I just realized, is really going to have a few problems. Because it's not... It's either not big enough or something else. Okay. Let me just test this chat. Test. Oh yeah, God. Because it's so bright, you can barely see it. We need to change the... Yeah, it's hard to see. Yeah, I agree. Let me just quickly get that sorted. I think it was the clean one that had that. That's fine. Fine. Like here. And then hopefully test. Oh, I can't type here. Needs a bit of background stuff. And yeah, worst come worst, we'll do box. Oh, there you go. That's fine, to be fair. Test. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, perfect. So let's continue our adventure. We're in the new fairy place. And we need to talk to Fancred. Ll Mheg is the fairy kingdom, as one might expect, is home to the Fae folk. The most prominent among them are the Pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all venture into their domain. By way of example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now, I'm sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. Son of a gun. Well, what do they say? Out of the frying pan into the whatever. Okay. Okay. Fancred is trying to think his way out of the present predicament. Don't blame him. As it stands, we cannot hope to find another way to Urianger. That we must convince the Pixies to lift the spell. Okay. From what I can make, the voices the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, then they should put us behind their village. Lydha Lran. Come. I have a sneaking suspicion the path will lead us directly into their midst. Sounds good. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has informed of our situation on different worlds on our mission. You may consider her as an ally. Nice. I wasn't considering anything else. Why would we rescue her otherwise? Good to know, though. She's an ally. I wasn't expecting her not to be. Okay, so. Try not to get lost here. Oh, wow. Flower basket. Very pretty around here. So these the fairies at the old place then. That's what I'm curious about. Oh, there's a person right here. Summoning stone. Who's this? Oh, it's a person. The negotiator. God, this area is really bright. They look really cool. Honestly, I'm kind of done with... How do I do it where you don't see the helmet anymore? Oh, this one, right? There we go. Makes more sense now. I like seeing my face. Summoning stone. So would this be Chocobo, or would this be the Ala, whatever I'm called? Tomaro, okay. The stone appears to be a large one. Perhaps you... Okay, I'm good. Let's get into here then. There's meant to be a crystal over here. There it is. Okay. Lower the mic a little bit. There we go. First thing I'm doing is getting inside this. Fancred's here. Oh, well, let's talk to Fancred. He's on the way. Well, here we are. Yet the Pixies are in nowhere to be seen. No, then their games have already begun. In which case, there's variety plant native to these plants with a distinctive felled tip. Looking grass is its name, so called because it can be used to spy pixies, believe it or not. I'll explain how I know all this later, but first I need to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstance should you respond. You only subject yourself to further mischief. Oh, but I wanna. Don't do that to me. I'm gonna want to press the button. to turn ourselves to the Aetheryte. Okay, face grab. There's Minfilia. There's a plant which might help us. If I don't remember what it looked like. Poor Minfilia. Been turned into someone who's just like absolutely useless. Okay, you search the scrub but find nothing resembling looking grass. Suddenly a voice rings out. Hehehe, greetings, Maul. What is your name? Antrabond. Antrabond, a wonderful name. Pretty like morning dew and funny like capillars. I shall slice it and spice it and make it mine. All mine. When it is mine, so are you. Hehehe. Your bugs and feel heavy. Ah, shit. I didn't mean to. I just really wanted to talk to it. I know I got told to ignore it, but I didn't want to ignore it. God damn it. Why didn't I listen to him? I thought maybe I was different. Maybe I was special. And your will is not entirely your own. Oh, I shouldn't have given my name. Names have power. I know that. That's like in every story. Honestly. One sec. I just realized you can't even read the blade names in this. We're just gonna do box. It's much easier. That's this. There we go. That's better. Are you search the scrub but find nothing? Okay. What do you seek, child? Best I can help you find it. I'm searching for looking grass. Ah, yes, I know, planet. Being the kind of I am, I shall take you to it. Just close your eyes and focus on my voice. Set your mind drift, and together we shall go to the end of the realm. God damn it. Look, I know I got told. Maybe the third time I'd be lucky and they'll be nice to me. Maybe, because I'm always talking to them, see? I've got some logic. Wait, I wonder if I can... Why is my horsey so... It's faster than me. I'm never not going to talk to it, alright? I feel bad for ignoring it. So the voice rings out. Oh, visitor, where are you from, pray tell? Crystarium. What? Where is that? When is that? In your dreams, perhaps? All pays for Ll Mheg is your home now. Today, tomorrow, and forevermore. God damn it. They could be good. They could be good, I swear. One sec. Come on. I take it you met with some trouble. Apologies for the subjection to that. Can I assume that your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Indeed. Looking grass. So bright. Yes, this is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the Pixies, veil of invisibility, and seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let's go around and put Urianger's little trick to good use. What? This cat to this bear. Pretty. There's a lot of them. Oh, that was cool. Ah! They're good, the Pixies. That's so cool. This is awesome.
Oh, we're found. How did this mortal know our trick?
Yeah, Sugarly Shreked.
I recognise their souls. These two have been here before.
Scottish fairies are officially the best thing ever.
Look, twins! How adorable! Oh, play with us.
I just want to play.
No inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
I feel bad for not playing with them. You love them?
Oh,
Yeah, same.
yes, Urianger, the peculiar one. In return for a place in Ll Mheg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
She sounds a bit crazy.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
Not right now. You can bugger off.
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Are they going to do it? Because we requested it? I know. Urianger's hardcore. Oh, they're conversing.
Would we?
What now? I don't know. But this is their home, so we must indulge them.
This is true. And this is why it was safe to take us there instead.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition. That you first lend us a helping hand. Or 2. Or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger.
I'm curious, like, in the
Pixies
Japanese
on it.
versions, like, do they just have, like, different Japanese accents?
Well,
But
there
then,
you have
with the
it.
English voice acting, you get a much more diverse set of accents,
I
surely.
suggest we split up.
It's quite beneficial to playing in English. Because, like, the Scottish, the English, and with England, there's loads. I know with Japan, there's different accents, but not as many as there would be English speaking, right? Because English speaking is much more popular than Japanese. Interesting, though. Super interesting. Okay. Free song in the world. Sol Un. Uwin. Sol Un aches for your attention. Hello. Ooh, look at me, look at me. I have a task for you. Okay. Lydha Lran is our beloved village, and we want it to always look lovely. And it can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flowers bloom lovelier than everblooms. So here's some everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple. Simple as a dimple. I like that. Simple as a dimple, eh? Oh, hey, look at all these little... There's a blue quest! Blue, 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 blue. I'm blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die. A merchant and a meddler. The music's an interesting choice here. So we've got a gemstone trader. What's this? Oh, these are all the villages I have to help. Okay, well, let's do the blue quest. Because the blue quest is the Forbidden Lran. And then I assume I'm meant to do it over here. What? I'm just plain confused. Was that at the top? Okay. Alright, 1 sec. There you go. Plant 1 seed here. Okay. Whee. Hey, Lady Ken. Lad Ken is gravely worried for a friend. Help me, I beg you. My friend's gone to Fistful of Lran, a place we're told we must never set foot in. I thought about giving chase, but I'm scared I'll run into that thing. You're a big brave man, you're not scared of such thing, are you? So please find and bring back my friend. Ken Guruf is their name. Okay. Who's that? Oh. So there's a request over here. I guess we can just, like... I don't know, we'll get all this done. So we'll go this way, like that. We'll go anti-clockwise. Oh! Bollocks. There it is. It sounds French with the accordion, by the way. You get what I'm saying? Not very Scottish. Maybe some bagpipes, but we've already done bagpipes in the... Which DLC was the bagpipes? Since then, Pixies have been living here. We've been given our old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? But these kind of pixies remind me of the Icelandic pixies. This is just interesting. This I would say, like, the areas of this... Well, my face is so bright. Let's turn this down. There you go. Turn down the brightness. Alright. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, I wasn't even needed it. Hello, I'm gonna squish him. Yes, Lala hungers for your assistance. Hello. I'm so hungry I may faint. Fruit. A little fruit will set me alright. Will you go and fetch me some for me? Just outside the village, you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees growing there. If you give them a shake, it should rend up their sweet succulent burdens. That's good. I can indeed do that. Look at all these. So I say we go here, and then we've got to do these 2 over here. And then we'll do this over here. Okay, but that's in the opposite direction. We'll see what these 2 give. The plea. There we go. Well, at least we're willing to help. And, you know, we get on these guys' good side, then we should be decent. Why? I'm trying to figure out, why is there no, is it because light, so light wardens, I'm curious to see if, like, because all of the, what are they called? The Primarchs? The summons, you know, like Ifrit and everything. I'm wondering if all the light wardens have, because they've been turned into light. Does that make sense? Like, because we've not noticed any of those. Like, 0 of those, you know? Owl Singun. Okay, brilliant. Mortal, mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty, and they need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leaf men you see stand about our verge of thought. Oh, these guys! Now you'll see to Longmere Lake to draw the water. Once you have it, see our children, okay? Oh, I was saying, I was trying to remember what they're called. For some reason, my brain's just not working. The Primarchs? Not Primarchs, you know, like the fucking... Oh, Jesus Christ, Jordan. What are they called? You know what I'm on about, right? Primals! Not Primarchs, Primals, yeah. Curious as the Primals have been turned into the Light Wardens. Trying to figure out what they are, you know? Oh, there's a guy with an axe. He's messing them up. All this music though. That's pretty cool. Down here, down here. Okay, that looks good to me. Attain moth. Do you know what else the light wardens could be? The light wardens could be the warriors of light. That would make more sense, you know? And the reason why I think that could potentially make more sense is just because... I don't know whose is who. Okay, this is mine. Just because what happened to the warriors of light? They didn't just fade away. So maybe they were corrupt and became this, you know? Okay, I think we're good. I'm being good. So I was thinking the primals thing in my head made sense, but now the more I think about it, I just think it might be something else. Whee! Should probably get a different minion following me, but I'll take it for now. Interesting idea, thank you. Yeah, just doing the fairies. Fairies? Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, Shannon, there's a new Final Fantasy VII trailer out for Rebirth coming out on February 29th. I think I might... So I think like after we've done Baldur's Gate 1, might do Final Fantasy VII Realm Reborn, and then do Baldur's Gate 2, and then do the Zack Fair one, Final Fantasy Crisis Core remake. And then by the time we've done everything, we should be good to go. Not all the games I'm playing are long, so that's pretty good. I think that's kind of my plan for now. And then once we've done all those, I think like Starfield will probably come to its own thing. Okay, there we go. Give water to the Leafman. So there's the Leafman, and we'll go to the Forbidden Lran. What do you think of that plan so far? Obviously playing Final Fantasy XIV in between as well. Give it to the Leafmen because they're their children. I don't know if I'm being trolled here. I feel like I'm being trolled a little bit. Just a wee bit. Yeah, I could go here, but I want to go here instead. Hydration check, guys. Make sure you get your hydration in. Oh. Hydration check. Beep boop. There we go. There we are. Hey, Ken Geoff. How you doing? Hey, aren't you one of Urianger's friends? Have you had business with me? Potentially. 1 second. Ooh, is this chair gone down already? Yes. Jeez. I wonder why my mic was so... Hello. There we go. Yeah, let's go get comfy again. There we go. Okay, we're good. And let's bring this over here. Perfect. Ken is worried. Well, that's all good. But when someone tells me not to do something, it makes me want to do it more. Teehee, no one can stop me. You son of a gun! Heedless your warning, Ken Griff can see in the direction of the foes around. Find him again, perhaps you can convince him to turn back. Come here! Oi! This is like my wife. I'll be like, Shana, you need to do this. And she'll be like, no, I don't want to. So I'm not going to do it. I do, I won't. And I'm going to be like, okay. They're just being called out on stream and video. They're over here. Lydha Lran. There you go. It's pretty cool how we got those kind of triggers now. Ken Goof, where are you? Hydration check. Squeal, squeal. That's not a good thing, usually. I was like, Wah. Oh, that is bloody adorable. Oh, that is just too freaking cute. You are my best friend now. Beaver-like creature. Oh, Belly Bella. Hi, Belly Bella. Welcome. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, it's so cute. It is actually adorable. However, you see no signs of Ken Goof. You resign yourself to burying the bad news back to that. Oh, God. What's this mean? Is that giant beaver going to follow me? I'm going to talk to him. Hello, how are you? I'm doing fan-dabba-dozy. Thank you for asking. Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you. Currently enjoying the adventure of Shadowbringers at the moment. I'm trying to figure out like which one's my favorite DLC so far. Definitely think Heaven's Sword. Which do I prefer? Did I prefer Heaven's Ward or did I prefer... What's your favorite, Wafatari? How about you, Bella? Shadowbringers? Wow, Shadowbringers is your favorite. You just completed Endwalker, right? Yeah. Not favorite FF, but expansion. My favorite Final Fantasy is number 10. Final Fantasy, it goes 10, 7, 8, 6. Oh, actually, 6 might be up higher, actually. Oh, but then there's 12. Oh, okay. No, I'm not going to get into my ratings of which Final Fantasy I prefer. Because I need to put more thought into it. I know Final Fantasy 10 is definitely my number 1, though. Better tell Lad Ken. Please don't hate me. You're back? Where's Ken Goof? Please tell me Ken Goof is alright. Didn't find him, found a beaver. What? Against your warning, they went to Lydha Lran, where you found only a strange animal? Then it tells you, oh, Ken Goof, why? Why didn't you listen? I'm so sorry, since it didn't work yet. Maybe still hope. I just need to stay calm and think of worth. Oh, yeah. Yay! We got the current. That's good. Yeah, but if you do play Final Fantasy XIV, do you play it in particular? Let's handle these questions. There's one right there. Oh, I'm a dingus. I have never said dingus in my life. Where did that come from? I need to... That is not even in my vocabulary. Where did that come from? Dingus. Now my brain's trying to figure out. I got the fruit. You've not played 14 yet? Oh. Fair enough. How unusual. Oh, you should be watching this yet then. Get off my stream. Go away. Yeah, so say, like, what are you doing on here? Hate them. But you really like 10. Dull and painful things. Hey, hate them. Sydney are dull and painful both. So we expect just telling someone to stop watching me. Stop watching me! Yeah, no, I really like 10 too. 10's my favorite. Okay. You're done sowing the seeds. Thank you. This shall help Lydha Lran live up to its name, which means flower house in case you weren't aware. Nice. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in the lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but most of all it was swallowed up by the light. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow fae folk, we decided to make it our new home. Oh, the old forest. So I'm assuming that's the forest that we were part of, where we fight Rama and had our fairies. The land of everlasting spring. This is our home. Ever and ever. No. Go away. No. I don't have any mail or anything, do I? Oh, no, I got 2.1 million gil, though. Thank you very much. Okay. Feed the leaf man. Feeding. He's got a sword, this one. Oh, is this what they... So it's literally a leaf man. Is this what they do to people? They turn them into... I didn't just realize till now. Oh, don't worry, one of my friends... Okay, good to hear. Well, not good to hear, but terrible to hear. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, we're doing no spoilers here, 'cause this is my first playthrough. You've given water to our children, thank you so much. They're all very dear to us. They wandered into Ll Mheg as stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we hoped. It's never too late, of course. Jesus Christ, you guys are little psychopaths. We are dealing with little psychos. Dun, 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 dun. Music's so happy. Okay. Thancred. Thancred looks just like you feel. Well, how do I feel? I don't know how I feel. Confused? Could mean a lot of things. Okay. This Thancred cool ass gunblade. Right, how goes it, Han? I'm glad I've got my fingers. So a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yep. Yes, that's pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. So we've been helping them with their own personal problems. So how long we're supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire how much about more is to be done, the answer is ever same a little. I doubt they have intention of releasing us in the near future. Urianger once told me a story about pixies. Come on, Minfilia, help us out here. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. What? Though they have no memories of their previous life, desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. Well, that's depressing. To live only to play, keeping hapless mortals for pleasure for years on end, sometimes until after death. In the past, when I sought to identify true nature of ghosts, I came upon the literature examining a similar subject. The soul is likened to a core that resides in the aether, and its presence is what differentiates us from beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core or little dissipates along the aether and compound the flesh. However, it must be held together and bound to the corporeal realm. In time, the soul may regather aether unto itself to assume another form or find newly emerged life. Jesus Christ, it's too quick. You've got to... I need to, like, somehow slow this down 1 sec. Yeah, that's better. However, the Pixies may have come into being. If we leave them judged with they will never be satisfied. Now we may negotiate new terms with creatures, but where to begin? Seems to me we need at least one among them to sympathize with us. The course of your chores, did any of you counter Pixies seemed ever finally amenable to reason? EOU. I don't think that was it. But I'm just going with that. You stream other game? Yeah, I stream Baldur's Gate 1 at the moment. I think the plan is this, and this is just like a bonus stream I'm doing, because my wife wants me to play more of this, and it's just a way to get me to play and stream, so it's a good idea. But yeah, tonight, once we're finished this afternoon, we're going to stream Baldur's Gate on our normal schedule. Baldur's Gate 1 at the moment. Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact. You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare to only this. Offer you a way out. Without further delay, then summon this fear UE, if you please. Okay. When you chat with the chat mode and say usual... okay. It's good? What's good, sorry? Theo. Oh. I typed it right. What? I'm doing. Baldur's Gate. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. It's not for everyone. It's definitely an older school kind of game. You know what I mean? Or maybe we need to click onto it and then try it. No? Am I saying the name wrong? FEO. But yeah, no, it's not for everyone, but I'm really enjoying the first one. I really like this kind of games. I kind of got raised with them. Or maybe it's in the... No. No. I am saying it. The heck? Well, shall I go away for a sec? Theo. Stanley! Why ain't this working, bruh? Okay, let me get rid of my minion, just in case it's a minion. Where are we? What the heck? So it says here, with the chat mode in, say, you use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter FEOUI. Summon your pixie friend at the designated... Okay. Maybe we got to be further away. FEOUI. Oh, it's an L as in lion. Oh, for goodness sake. Feel ooh. So my sapling has finally remembered about his lovely branch, but with such a half-hearted call, he may as well lock me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. Like all that. What? Okay. Please. Oh. I now need to say. Jesus Christ. Please. Okay, comma. Theo. I need you. Zayo did fervent call. Southern log could do it with more fire. Oh my geniuses. I've got to type all that. Oh. Loveliest of branches, please grant me your succor. By the way, what's your schedule? I tend to stream usually 6 PM Mountain Time. There we go. Oh, I remember you.
Late.
Yeah, 6 PM Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Mountain Time. You're late.
I've been
Indeed.
waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting.
I'm sorry.
But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing he is.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know what's cool about my schedule, but good to know that you find it cool. Yeah, it's on the about section. Do you stream yourself, Belly? Or Bella? I'm
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Agreed, Alice.
Reminds me of my child.
Wait, is he comparing Alice to the thing? Is that what he's doing?
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
Alphonse, that was brilliant. Alpho, sorry.
Just
Alphonse?
how you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Very well. As your lovely branch,
Cool.
I will lend you my strength.
That's awesome.
Well. If it isn't
too long.
Not long
She's
enough
orange.
for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself.
Absolute savage.
Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, he will never be yours.
She's being a I was like, thought she was going to come in, be diplomatic, but now she's like, nah, get bent. My mortal, get your own mortal.
Not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
Nope.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone.
Jesus Christ, Phil. I'm very happy I've got her, but good God, she's
Lay
cruel.
So much as a finger on my sapling. I'll scatter the contents of his bag all over your precious village.
How did we get here? This is a very domestic.
Hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky,
Maybe.
sweaty small clothes, and all manner of
Could be any one of those
terrible
three.
and
I don't know.
miserable things. How would you like that?
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
If you want to, I don't mind. Like, it doesn't bother me. It's there for you to do. It's a public thing, right? So feel free to join. It's on the About section.
It seems we won't be joining.
Permission-based thing. It's a public thing, so feel free to use it.
We'll reveal the hidden verdict at once.
There's no command, Charlie. It's on the About section. No, there's no commands. I haven't set the stream up yet properly. Because I need to get into the habit of streaming again. I've only just started streaming, as I. Not going to put loads of time investment until I can do a consistent stream. They'll eventually come there. Oh, pretty. Holy shit. It's so pretty. I assume Urianger's up there.
True Ll Mheg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Yes, please. Kind of really want to thank our Pixie friend for helping us.
Your lovely
They
branches
didn't need to,
is
did they? You know what I mean?
So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me.
No! I want you to hang with me all the time now. You're like such a cool character. I just want your commentary. Right, Fankrid. Beatles voice actor so good, yeah. For Alphano and Alice's sakes, let's be quick. It would be a shame to return only to find that they've been made to play one gun game too many. Hi guys, now the place we seek is abandoned manor of a nobleman scholar. The Bookman's Shelves it's called. After fellow vast collection of tomes, an agreeable habitat of our friend. I'm sure you agree. If we follow the path north, we should find this place. Come along. Alright. Let's go. There we go. There should also be an Aether up north. And here. Pretty certain. Look at it, it looks so normal now. This is Shiva's song. Aether current here. There it is. Wonder if we can go underwater again. Underwater stuff's really cool. I actually really enjoy the underwater stuff. I know it's not super popular. Yeah, I have like the Aether current thing like right here with me because I want to make sure that I get these on the way. There's no more blue quest, right? Oop. I interrupted because I pressed escape by accident. Okay, let's go. Are you looking forward to your meal today? Need to make sure to keep it on time. I'm coming off around about 4 o'clock today. Then I can make the meal. Should take about an hour and 20 minutes. Have enough time to eat. My wife's favourite meal that I cook. Just not had it in a while. I'll probably do like a video on YouTube where we do like clean up and everything, just in case anyone wants to see me clean up and get everything else. Because I tend to 100% the maps and everything else after. Like I'll do the DLC. But the main storyline for this. So now that you've done Endwalker, do you have like post content to do, and then you're gonna do, or are you just gonna focus on cleaning up some stuff, Saru? This is the place I gotta meet, right? Hey, Fancred and Minfilia. I do all the role quests. Nice. I put those off there. And here we are at long last. I'll give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let me see if he's home. There we go. Oh, so this door I can open. Because I don't know. Okay, never mind. I can't open it. It's cutscene. Cool little home. It's really nice, actually. Wow, Urianger's been living in style.
Urianger.
Urianger. Sorry. I keep saying his name wrong.
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero.
I'm
wends his
confused.
way.
He has a sword.
The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
Urianger's looking different. Pretty cool, actually. Is that a... What is he? Is he astrologian?
Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none
A
the worse
dancer?
for thy
Where is he?
travails.
He's an astrologian. Okay. Interesting. Everyone's changed their class since beginning here. He used to be a black mage, so he's gone from black mage to
We'll
healer.
meet you outside.
As I say, why are you treating her like a child?
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so.
Why imbuing? Imagine treating like the old leader of the song. Yeah, I guess that's not the same person anymore. I don't even remember who we are.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
Yep.
That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me.
I feel like Urianger is
As for
probably
rest,
the most self...
it beginneth in
not
earnest.
self-reliant. Someone who can...
The Light
You
Wardens
can just trust to
and
be okay, you know?
force The war with Yulmore.
No one with Alice. For some reason,
Hark
Alpha
ye
now
then
I
to
don't
my
trust by
words,
himself.
And through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th umbral calamity.
Self-sufficient. Like Alpha now, you just can't leave him alone. I feel like
As I
Alpha
drifted
now...
hither to the first,
Minfilia.
traversing the boundary twixt reality and
Some people just can't leave
potentiality,
alone, you know?
I did bear witness to events yet to come.
Even Estinian. I feel like Estinian's a pain in the ass a little bit.
There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is what he
So
sees
fierce,
happening.
in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then yalm by yalm,
So inch by inch, and then
mile
yard by yard,
in time.
and then meter, or mile by
Yet
mile.
the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand.
Black Rose, okay.
Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon.
The Shadow
much
Hunter
vile.
and Estinian have been destroying those. I know they made more factories, but maybe they've changed that.
Its potency defied all reckoning.
Gee.
Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea but in the
Kinda
provinces
crazy,
of the Empire
think about it.
besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel.
Hmm.
Nor did the land itself escape unscathed. For spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil.
Pretty sad.
To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, Men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way inevitably
Oh, sugar.
to the rule of
People just
might.
killing people just to rule.
Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner
Okay.
of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls
this became
brave
pure
and
anarchy.
true who might have risen to restore order.
Or in this world instead. Satoru. Forgot her name, but she's really cool. She was the one inside the machine. Tancred. Y'shtola. Krilly, that's it. Tola. I like Y'shtola. Did she end up going for a cut? I don't think she did she? Me, Tancred, Alphanare, and Alice. We all died. God damn it. Or we're asleep. I can't tell. The crew wasn't asleep.
Were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee.
Interesting, because that's different armor than what we're wearing right now. What if I end up wearing that armor? Sounds like Kryl.
An
Really?
endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the
Okay.
8th umbral calamity which I did behold.
Oh, sugar plums.
No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy.
Agreed.
To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world,
Sojourn.
discovering in
Time?
so doing the answer to a pressing mystery.
What's that, Urianger?
That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency.
Oh, so it's because of the Emperor, probably, or like some sort of magic.
Come,
Okay.
dost thou recognize yonder chart?
Yeah. It's charts. Yeah. Chart the elements. That's what I was thinking. Earth, fire, lightning, wind. Oh, it even says it in English. Interesting.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition.
Yeah.
Astral, the active. Umbral, the passive.
Wait, no, I didn't know that part.
As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature.
I know what it means.
To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral.
Do they do light and dark?
Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer.
Just them in light and dark.
Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness.
Really?
At this, did my
The stuff
mind
with
begin
life and
to
everything.
race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color.
So the
I was
opposite of what I
told
thought. The difference of what
it
they're
had been
called
given
there
the
is a
name
divergence in.
of light.
Okay. Me and Fancraft both do the same thing, like thinking away, like what?
Yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
Interesting.
'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land.
This is quite complicated. I've got my head around it, I think.
Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings.
So we need more darkness?
Shall such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light?
The light will help.
We would have a disaster of untold proportions.
Okay. So we need to make our original world darker? Because then it won't travel as...
Have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains
Oh, good
unchanged.
God. Okay, my brain.
We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ll Mheg.
Okay, let's just go do that.
Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
It's probably in the manor. Gonna try it.
Tis all but certainly ensconced within Urianger,
I thought so.
the castle which standeth in the midst.
I had a feeling that was going to be it.
To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the Pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you.
Henceforth shall I accompany
all in my
you?
power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Urianger. Urianger fixes you with his gaze. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there's a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Did you take up astrology? Indeed, the night be lost behind the shroud of blinding light. Doubt not the stars to shine still. I've chosen to avail myself of their guidance that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretches before us. For a blessing, my prior studies of astrology did provide me with adequate grounding in the art. Enough for myself, let's now speak of our task. If we'd enter Lydha, we must need to gain the Pixies' cooperation. There's a simple matter of presenting them into a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray and assist me in this endeavour. Meanwhile, Han, I bid thee attain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a vilekin known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. Thank you. Thancred. There's no avoiding chores, is there? Far better than under Urianger than the Pixie, of course. Right, let's go do the blue quest as well. Okay. Oh, you're Urianger's friend, aren't you? Will you not lend me a hand? You see, Urianger's home is drab and dull. If mine to decorate it, make it bright and beautiful. If you were to help out, I'd make it all more special. That's why we need some wild weeds. A pretty little planet grows in the water. We usually trade with the Fuwa for it, but seeing as you can swim, you can harvest some for us. Okay. Let's go. Into the water. Into the water. Probably that. We're going to do blue quest always first. Blue quest, blue quest. Kill a bee. How does it look? Oh, it's got really mean eyes. Does that look? Oh, is that? Oh, no, that's the back. What does that mean? I've seen meaner. Whee. Oh, not that one. The control space? Okay, is. Oh, let's go. What a banger. Final Fantasy VI, baby. Oh, God. I'm so annoyed I had to turn that off. It's such a good song. Doo 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 doo. Welcome back. Doo 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 doo. Doo 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 doo. Always, like, whenever I'm riding that particular mount and it goes full and I'm in the air, I have to drop down. That's all because my wife, because she does the same thing. And I was like, oh yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. And because I thought of her doing it, I started doing it. Oh, there's nothing there. And there's one over there. Look at that love heart. It's like, yep, I'm the wife. There we go. Interacting. Bam. That was all. Bang, 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 bang. Right, so that should be a happy pixie. Although it's still got a blue quest and it's not handed in, so I reckon they want me to get more stuff for the decoration. Oh, it continues from when we last got mounted. Dun, dun, dun. I did indeed. Look at these lovelies. I enchant them at once. Makes it to grow outside the wall and we'll plant them here and there. Meanwhile, decorate these with snug blooms. As where should go? Ah, yes, the stairs. Okay. Now it's got to decorate. It's fine. I can do the decoration. Hopefully, Urianger doesn't mind. If I get told off, I'm blaming her. Much before Urianger goes, "What are you doing? What are you doing to my house?" I'm like, "The pixie told me it was a good idea, and it's going to give me some enable me to fly." I don't think he'll care. He's really laid back. Like, as a character, in my opinion, he's probably one of the most laid back characters. Alongside Fencrid. When it comes to like personal stuff, you know? Get so happy when I hear the song. Hee marvellous. Pure smile on Scowly's face. And it won't stay for it. Oh, she likes him so much. There we go. A hawker, there we are. Did I miss or something? What did you play through as, by the way? I feel like, what was the element to capture? But like, yeah, but like, what was the main story you played through as? Like, if you'd say like, most played for the main story. See what they're doing. Oh, no need to worry about me. I'm quite familiar with the manor. Do not wander in. Spank and I would often return here. It's where I imbue his ammunition. Oh. I feel like a paladin suits like the Warrior of Light very well. Nice. Thou art returned. Where art thou? Capture a hawker. Indeed. Here you go. As a truly magnificent set of wings, I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colours. Frank too should return, anon upon which I shall ready all the items for a presentation. Pray these mind me. Urianger talks in an unusual way, doesn't he? 1, 2, 3. Now what?
'Tis done. The Pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts.
Let's go.
Ah, lest I forget.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, that's the thing we used to capture.
White auracite, newly forged for thy use. Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary. Our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
Damn, he's working on the Ascians still. Impressive. What race is your character again, Rafa? Mine's obviously a Highlander.
May I come in now?
Come on, Minfilia. Hurrah.
You may indeed.
Aura.
Assuming you've finished.
I did as you asked.
Good job, Minfilia.
That's my girl. Thank you.
With him talking about that pat and head. She liked the head pats. I feel like that's my wife. I'm like, and she's like, yeah, great head pats. Tall people will never get head pats.
I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me. Which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether.
Ah.
I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages. But on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
She likes reading.
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
They all treat her with such love and respect. It's very nice to see. Yeah, so he explained why. It's because he wanted to do the defensive stuff. And Minfilia does the ammunition.
Hast thou spoken to him of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
Go ahead.
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as
Oh,
any.
yeah, that would be good to know. So they met Minfilia of
As you
old.
know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Ll Mheg, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted.
Okay.
It was there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Are they romantic or not? Okay, we're now using that to see what happened. If it says my Minfilia. Not this relationship, but the original.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope.
Oh, so they're not really the real Minfilias.
In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life.
God damn. Yeah, that sucks.
I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
So this is the last time.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden.
Okay.
But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all.
So right now she's in the between stations, whether she either becomes her own person.
Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
Interesting.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make.
Oof.
It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's.
This makes sense. I'm glad that she stopped controlling the children like an Ascian then. And she gave a choice to the children, like, you either live your own or you go fight. Oh, so I'm to all the other children as well then. Some of them fought and some of them didn't.
Me, Thancred.
Oh shit. Well, it would make sense if it did. Because some of them were very different personalities, remember? Some of them ran away.
Now I ask that you
And then
do the same
died
for
either
her.
way, and then some stayed to
Protect
fight.
her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me.
Hmm.
There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
Ophelia, wait. Damn, this is an emotional story. I feel bad because Thancred's basically lost his friend.
What happened?
There's a constant reminder of his friend and he has to guide his friend. It's just unusual. I wonder if he's secretly hoping that the child gives up and the Minfilia can take over. Hmm. Deep. Very deep. He feels bad for Thancred.
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it.
Oh. Not necessarily tired. Things have been sitting
I
down.
have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
I assume it's not his place to yet. How do you want this to end? Oof! I shouldn't have asked that. I should have gone silent. I'm just curious though. And my friend back, obviously.
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we
So
will it or no, the
he's saying, will
choice
it be
must
the child
soon
or will it be
made.
Minfilia taken back over? And I don't know who it's going to be. I feel like the trajectory that's expected is that Minfilia will not be coming back through the child, but maybe through an alternative way.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
Which one did they choose?
That is well.
I'm going to check what which one she chose. No? Okay. Okay. Where is it? I'll go all the way back here. Let's just TP back then. Now we give gift. Hello. We won't spend you all back soon. We've scarcely begun playing with the twins. I said your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and its fate custom return the gesture. If you desire anything else, you need but name it. I'll take this. Sul and Uwin, I regard you with a magnificent expression. I see what you mean when it's turned to like a graphic novel almost. Lots and lots. It's more so than the previous DLCs. So what is it that you desire? Rusty old coins like you... Oh, no, because there's no talking. We are resolved to vanquish the light one this land. To that end, we desire only to enter Lydha. What a strange thing to wish for. You might as well ask for your death. But if that's what you want, who are we to argue? Very well, I speak with the others. Okay. Visit Urianger. Would you be so kind to tell us what you've missed? And now he goes for that. I assume that he's going to tell everything that he just told me. So that was the purpose of the gifts. Yep. Is there anything you can tell us about the Light Warden? Aye, my lady. By circumstances most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler, Titania. Wait, where do I recognise that name from? It's always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home, you see, fought it and won. But this horrible that came out went and corrupted them, turned them into a new Light Warden. Now they're king only in name. Naught remains of the wise and just ruler used to be. We no choice but seal them in the castle. Well, there's a big fairy wings. The magicful breaking the seal, we divide the form, woven to each different relic. Kept apart until the time was right. And this dress is one of them. It's been in our safekeeping for years and years. We decided to entrust it to you. Are you sure? Of course, custom demands it. Though you're most certainly going to your desk, we thought we should at least let you try. That way we get to watch what happens. Of course, you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The shell crown is with the Fuaf, the stone scepter is with New Mal, and the crystal shoes are with Amaro. Good luck finding them all. Thank you. Now we know what direction we need to go. Put in there the other crystals and then probably one's like underwater or something. The fact that this clothes confirm minor understanding. Our quest lieth now before us. Okay? Collect all the relics. First let us hurry to the lake, there to claim the shell crown from the Fuaf. If we call them before the untouchable gate, they will answer. Sounds good. Will they just give it to us? So we're going to do like probably like quite a few more quests before we get this one. This area is a bit longer, I think. Oh, blue quest. Blue, blue. I'm blue. Dabba dee dabba die. Hello. Ulfon has a dream. There's talk and interesting more is coming to Ll Mheg, Handramite or some such. It's you, isn't it? Don't even think to deny it. Okay, but what? I'm Ulfon, and it's my dream to become the most popular fairy of all. Why? Because everyone would fawn over me, and that would be really fun. Now, by way of an achievable first step, I'm aiming to become the darling of Lydha Lran. But everyone is so caught up with their flower smelling and their mischief making they don't even spare me a glance. You travel to and fro, so you must know how much more about this and that. Tell me, what must I do to become popular? Become the clever, become the fairest pixie of them all, become the cleverest pixie, we'll do fairest. I'm really the fairest, I beg your pardon. Besides, all you can use a glamour to change our appearance. Others won't be impressed simply because I look different. Oh, I have it. I might not be impressed with how I look, but I'm impressed with what I know. I just need to read lots of books. And so it happens there are lots of books in your own home, a place called the Booksman's Shelves. Right, so I'm going out at once and here come two. I can read your strange mortal writing, so I need you to do it for me. So they value intelligence, which is supposed to like in anime anyway. Like that's meant to be like a Japanese like thing, right? Like you get high test scores. Wow, look how incredible they are. In the anime, I don't know if that's actually a Japanese cultural thing, but you see it in a lot of their games and books and stuff. And manga. Could be wishful thinking. Okay. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Gonna do the blue quest first. The path to popularity. Oh, a fan of this song. This one. It's a good one, but it's just a bit not in the mood. No, not in the mood for this one either. Yeah! Why am I not in the mood for this one? Bum 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 bum. Alright, let's go this way. Come on. Oh, these are side quests, aren't they? I don't usually do the yellow side quests. I don't know if there's any worth of it. Feel free to let me know if you guys feel like there's some side quests that are worth doing. But I tend to leave them alone, especially if I go re-level a class or anything they use for XP. I say make sure I always do the blues and make sure I always do the story. Obviously do the story. Still haven't done that yet. Jeez. Then I've got to go all the way over here after. I can just teleport and go back there, to be fair. This one? That is up. Which book is one? There you go. Live and Bound Tome. Reading, or interacting. On the occasion of the 300th year of the founding of Oba, a grand celebration was held in Greenest Lich. No expense was spared over the course of the festivities. Guests were lavishly feasted and regaled with wondrous performance. Yet amidst all the pomp and pageantry, naught was more stirring than the recitation of the Oath of the Covenant, in honour of the alliance between Dran and Goldgent. Upon the kingdom was built, representatives of each race took to the podium. It was a sight to draw tears from all who looked on. Voba. Blech, what strange names you mortals have. Ll Mheg sounds much prettier. It means a kingdom of rainbows. Definitely children. Next one. Good Jaina's Grace was named for Her Royal Highness Princess Gianna, daughter to the king 3 generations prior. In the dark of the night, the mountain pass catches a light which shines forth from the castle, giving it the impression of the princess's beautiful Eye of Jade. Eye of Jade? That sounds lovely. If the princess was here, I'd ask her for them. For her eyes? What the heck? All fun, you're messed up. First week, Thunder's Day. The princess was being partial to the lakefront view. It was decided that all the noble lords and ladies would set out for a picnic. Having partaken of the sweets, Her Highness ventured to the water, where she inspected her lip paint in a reflection. This caused the watching shepherds to remark the princess had used the lake as her hand mirror. Ooh, there's a hand mirror lake to the southwest of here. That must be how it got its name. How would you go all the way to the lake just to eat? Yet another silly thing you mortals do. Let's enjoy the view, all fun. I certainly learned a lot of new things today, things that others don't know. I'm going to share it with everyone. Don't think something clever. Surely become the darling of Lydha Lran. Teehee. Okay, so I assume we've got to go back. Yep. See what the reaction is. Ora, oh la la, ola, ora, ra, gaga. Why do I have... Oh, because I've got all the ools and stuff. That's why I've got, like, Lady Gaga in my head. We'll go with that. That's the reason, right? Hello, Ulfon. I feel like the blue quests have been related more and more to, like, the area there, which is nice. More, talking about the people from the past, but they weren't a little bit impressed. Well, why should we pay mind those who are long dead? Much more fun thinking up new riddles while sipping nectar. Speaking of which, we found this really sweet smelling flower recently. We're about to go and collect this nectar if you want to join us. No, I don't want to join you. I want you to admire me. Stranger. Come on, Lazybones. There's been frolicking to be done. Oh, it didn't work at all. They didn't think any better of me, but I won't give up not yet. I'm going to be popular. Mark my words. Good for you. I don't know why anyone would want to be, like, popular. Socializing's fun, but popular... You get invited to a lot of stuff, and it's not as fun as people think it is. Because you can't keep track, you know? We're almost there. This is a banger. The key to the castle. Oh, wow. Look at that. Untouchable gate. More cutscenes. Hearken to me, O spirit of water. We are come with an entreaty. Oh, wait. I've got to press this, haven't I? Because it's too fast otherwise. Not in a talkative mood, apparently. I'm not exactly sure how the gate works. But for our water spirits, perhaps we should take our search into the lake? Oh, I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. We all know Thancred seems like an eel, but what about you, Minfilia? I can swim well enough. Thancred taught me. Excellent. What about Urianger? I'm not sure I've ever asked. I can't swim. You ready for it? Rather than swim, mayhap it'd be more expeditious to walk upon the surface by means of magic. What? You too, Urianger? That would be... Then you should be a kindred spirit. Worry not, my friend. I know some helpful tricks and should be more than happy to share them with you. Together we shall conquer the waves. Well, well, aren't we a live lot? And you have an entreaty for us, you say? An entreaty from mortals? What a treat. Are they going to be blue? I, my comrades, and I on a quest to vanquish the Light Warden. To that end, we should humbly beg the loan of the Shell Crown, which we are given to understand is the safekeeping of your people. Was that all? Of course, you may have it. You shall have it. I guess sarcasm. What do you want from us? Oh, not to be so suspicious. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us at all. But in fact, nothing means much to us. We fought off. It's over before it's begun, and we couldn't care less what becomes of the Fairy King, nor the world for that matter. Having said that, we do not seldom have mortal visitors, and would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Touch the untouchable gate, and come hither to our domain. Ll Mheg, in your tongue, it means forbidden realm. Sounds like forbidding, yes? And so it should, for we are the one with the water, our home wart of ripples and waves and currents. Find your way through, give us thrilling sport, and we'll give you the crown. Ooh, it's a dungeon. I wasn't expecting a dungeon. And we can do it with it? Ooh, that'd be cool. But we're not going to do that, we're going to do it with our players. There we go. I don't think we'll have a long wait time on a tank, so... Wait times tend to be a little bit short for me. Enter Ll Mheg. I bet this area is really cool. Ow. Whee. Okay. We've got I'm the one. Oh, there we go. Wow, that was really quick. Okay, I bet this is going to be really cool. And the reason why I didn't bother getting the NPCs, because I know the NPCs can take a lot longer time. I imagine they have cool interactions though. But I always want to get through this story. Yeah. This will be in party. God damn it. Right. Oh, first time. Oh wow, this is so cool. Yeah, this is really cool. Okay. What an unusual place. What a lot. Okay, drink up. I tend to just go for like AoE, especially when it comes like this. This will do for now. And I can monitor my own health fine. Honestly don't think I'm going to need that much of a healer. I thought one of my platinums died, to be fair. Okay, now they're lower HP, so... Let's go. Normally we can pull a bit more, but I don't feel confident in this area actually. This is such a cool, beautiful area. This is a really cool area. It's 10%, right? Reduce damage for now. Look at all that though. Oh, this is so cool. It's like Alice in Wonderland almost. I really like this engine, the music as well. Very Alice in Wonderland vibes. What do you think, Rapsari? You feeling the same kind of thing? There we go. There we go. Open sesame. Can't go this way. Oh, this is so cool! Look at the pretty flowers bloom. Ben Kenobi. Oh my god, there's someone called Ben Kenobi. What a name. What a hero. Didn't even notice that till now. What a name. Hello there. And that makes me want to watch Star Wars so bad. Star Wars K2R is going to be really fun as well. That's another one. That's another MMO that I really enjoyed. I didn't really get that deep in story, but I did like it a lot. Does that make sense? Wonder if Fastest Arrow is doing her own thing. Wait, was that a Shinobi? Because I'm pretty certain I just saw a Tojitsu. Right, some more people. God. They do dungeons really well here. Gonna try and target this guy first. So that done's great. This is the one that I'm doing on the other hand. Is dog shit. Really? What are you doing? Is it one that's like later in the game? Holy Spirit! Wait. Why did they turn around? Why have I lost aggro? I should not have lost aggro. Randomly lost aggro there. I wasn't doing enough AoE hits because I was focused on one guy. I didn't realize I could lose aggro like that. Ooh, there's a boss. Ek and Fawn, Lord of the Lingering Grace. Okay. So if there's any stuff I won't understand. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Music's not what I was expecting there. Sounds very generic, not like very unique, but still cool. Whoa! Why doesn't it give us the... Jesus Christ. So I guess it didn't do much, but I was just a bit weirded out because it doesn't do anything really, you know? The healer in this is really good. Alice Fawn. Oh damn. Yeah, I know sometimes the healers in Final Fantasy will be like focusing DPS, which is good. Like DPS is always good, right? But at the same time, I don't think that should be one of the main focuses, you know? That did not hit. Get the fuck out of here. How did that hit? Ah! Ah! I always find it weird when people get mad at people over a video game. Especially if they're messing up, you know? Is it randoms? There you go, you should be dead now. Bravo, bravo, very impressive. Do you keep up the... Ooh. Interesting. Ooh, super cool, okay. Wanderlust. Onwards, my friends. Onwards to your prize. I feel like I can survive this. Oh, I can definitely survive this. Oh shit. Oh, there you go. That's the right thing, cool. Pulling more. Oh, pretty flowers. This I won't lie to you, this dungeon's magical. Absolute magic. My apologies, but accidents do happen. It's okay. I know, like, obviously it's not an accident, but at the same time, he's what he needs. Getting back in here. I didn't realise that someone had done that already. Three, two. The spam AoE! Easy, baby! There's a blue man here. Dohn fast. Ooh. Come and play in my beautiful garden. Nope. Fully resisted. Nice. Always target the frog first. I don't know why I am. It's just because he's always linked to him. So I'm like, well, I assume I'm going to kill this person. This. Yeah, I think definitely. I think Final Fantasy XIV's probably got the easiest tanking in the game. But again, I haven't done any of like the nightmare stuff as a group, so I imagine it gets harder. What's the hardest stuff you've done? Are you like in a clan that does some of the hardest stuff for FFXIV? I know that's something he was thinking about. And Ganubi. This is definitely a longer dungeon, I think. That's a cool looking thingamabobby. Graya Ul. Gria Ul. Big damage. What's it done? Wait, did we shoot the limb break? Hmm? Someone else not take the other one? What's going on there? Throw him, but so have we. Trials get a lot more difficult. Nice. And me, I like my difficulty. Falling Ivy. Oh, that healer. Yeah, healer's a lot of responsibility in the one. Get rid of that. I think everyone needs to make sure they do block, so. music fame. I blocked it, baby! 20% block. Pretty good to be fair. Huge amount of damage reduced, right? Wonder if this is one of the... Just give myself some extra healing just in case. Block again. And make sure we all block on each. Just stand up and walk in front of this. Yeah, you did. Okay. So as long as we're grabbing with it, we're fine. What's this? Oh, I didn't mean to press that button. What's that? Like, did you guys forget how to do this one? No, you're not hearing it at all. It's one where only cannons affected the boss, so they weren't even oh god. Oh, you just fought Growl. Oh, Pokemon, lol. I don't know. I haven't done much Pokemon, have I? Ooh. I think Kenobi's on it. He's like, yeah, I'm so fast. The shell crown. I like how they let me. Oh, it's a fake, so you have to keep going. God damn it! I got Tom Ford. Seven. Okay, it's probably a better way to lay out my map, and I will do that soon. Probably with control on other things instead. Oh, they do a lot of damage actually. Way more than expected. Pokemon, got it. When's the last time we played the Pokemon game? It's been quite a while, right? It's so cool, these animations. Oh, Kelpie. These are like in Final Fantasy XII. They're in a lot of Final Fantasy games, to be fair. You're in some great dungeons. Yeah, this one in particular, I'm actually really impressed by. Just the design and the animation. Tell like it's been inspired like by fairy tales and stuff. And it's very playful as well, like the music and everything else, very playful. What, this dungeon gets better, or you're saying like as I go on the dungeons? I'm pretty certain we can do a few more. This is going to be a bit more healing. Give everyone quick to use some shields. For some reason, they are targeting me, right? Okay, and for bomb. They're all targeting me. Okay. I want to double check. Oh, okay, the dungeons continue to get better. Oh, nice. Where do we go? Oh, forward. Okay. I was like, where do we go from here? So these little guys are the ones who are losing the health quickest. I can't get over how stunning this game one is. I'm arrived in the frame room. Okay, so we thought we was in the frame room. They tricked us. Tricky little bastards. Get rid of that quickly. Let's fix our DPS. And it is. Yeah, I feel like Paladin's got a basic rotation, but their basic rotation feels very impactful, you know? I wouldn't lie, the ninjas looking really cool. Ben Kenobi's playing a ninja and they're like sick. Ooh, this is definitely the frame room. Look at that. How cool is that? I'm ready to do stuff. Right. Cutscene and hydration check, because we're surrounded by water. Whoa! It's a frog. Hello, froggy frog. Bum 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 bum. What a cool ass fucking frog! I'm ready to kill this frog. Not so much stuff I just got. You'll never find panic on my face! Tell here! The frogging fencer has no time for you! Did I serve up or did I win loot? Oh, he's like playing his song. I didn't even get to see that, that's alright. I'm actually pretty good at doing tank busters sometimes. I've noticed I've been getting quicker as well. You don't get as much. Oh, sweet melody, take phasmic form. Oh, hey! I almost made it! No! Shit! No! Okay, just be careful. This is cool as fuck though, I didn't expect this. This is really cool. Ooh. Okay, nice. Oh, that was super cool though, guys. Oh no, shit. For you, I will play a song of terror. Holy moly! I'm not scared of you. Okay, I'm a little bit scared of you, not gonna lie. Look at the size of you, massive bell end. Versus fight. Okay. Definitely got a shade up there. I assume I want to be in this front here, yeah. Trying to read his moves. This is like the higher level we get, the more important it is. Press his dial, don't go this way, want to go this way. Give me a Fortismo. This is so cool. Someone's doing it. Someone's limit breaking. Damn, that's some big damage. That's right, sometimes I do hit things. Musicness is so good. Goodbye, Mr. Frog. Lol, Ben Kenobi's a little froggy. He's down. To you, I will play the Song of Terror. Go ahead, try it. Not gonna last very long. BAM! That was awesome. This was an awesome dungeon. Thanks, guys. Yeah, you gotta give the respect to the healer and everything. I'll see if I do loading quick enough. I don't skip it, do I? So yeah. That's pretty cool. That's a really good dungeon, actually. What loot is the remaining? Outdoor furnishing. I'll take that. And I will take greed, and I will greed that as well. On accommodation, he's going to the healer. Oh, sorry, Ben. He probably thought I was going to give it to him. Oh, I feel bad now. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, the water's rising. Oh, wow, interesting. That...
Well fought, well fought.
Thank you. Oh. Here you go. All of them are very amused. Good stuff. What does this mean? They're going to give us the crowns. There'll be 2 out of 4 relics. Let's go. 2 out of 4. Jolly good show.
Oh, you do not hold back.
Ink on. I assume it's a froggy. Yeah. We do not.
But I would have it no other way. Seldom have I enjoyed such sport.
I like this guy. He's my favorite.
We have satisfied thy demands. Wilt thou now satisfy ours?
I need a Russian Urianger.
Of course. Of course. There it is. The relic you seek. Yours for the taking. Have care you do not break it though, yes.
The stone crown. Alright, let's grab it, guys. We're wearing a cool little earring. That frog's eyeing me up a little bit.
But you, my friend, you are mighty indeed, and pleasing to the eye besides.
Ooh, he fancies me. I don't, but my face. What?
More? I want to see more of him.
Uh-oh. We're gonna have some trouble here?
Yes, I could watch him forever.
Oh no. We gotta get out of here. Guys.
Make him one of us. Yes, one of us.
I didn't expect this. I thought they were gonna be cool. Be cool, be cool. I gotta summon my fairy again. Fairy! Oh, look at that smile.
What a fine idea! Why ever didn't I think of that? You may have the crown, but in exchange, we will have you!
How about no? That wasn't part of the deal. Oh, sugar. Now what? This wasn't part of the plan!
Wake up, damn you!
Ooh! It's the word darkness. It's like, yo. Did he save us? Hey, Ardbert.
Ah, you're alive. Thank the gods. I don't know where you learned to breathe underwater, but it's lucky you can.
It's because we learnt from a Gungan. True story. Or Ninja Turtle, sorry. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So we got out of there? Where's our friends?
I'm sure you had your reasons. But the first rule of dealing with the Froth is do not deal with the Fourth. It's
Thanks,
said that they are
Hardbert.
born from the souls of the drowned. Were it not for your little trick, you'd have joined them.
Oh, thank God. What is that from?
Friends
What do you
are
mean?
safely back on dry land, in case you were wondering. They'll be searching for you, I expect.
What's got to be a reference? Sorry? First rule dealing with the Fourth is not deal with the Fourth. Oh, that is something, isn't it? No, it's just a saying, like, you don't deal with things. Like, I've heard that before, but it's also a normal saying, I feel like. Seen better days.
They were a stubborn lot, the Verbatites. Set in their ways. But once you got to know them, you couldn't.
It's nice having his perception on his world, you know?
Froze over in winter, being up in the mountains. So we'd pull up our chairs round the fire and trade tales over.
Lamb stew sounds nice. Love stew. Especially in the winter times. I can make a good stew.
All dead and buried now. Them and anyone else who might.
Did I make you beef stew? We want chicken stew next time, don't we, Shanley?
Everything we.
You're not a big fan of beef.
I hope.
Yeah, I'll make chicken next time because chicken stew's even better. Especially for the wafer. I'll probably use the roastery chicken. Oh, I had it roastery chicken. Oh, is this what we're thinking of? This is the here, yeah. Rotisserie, yeah. This is where we are. Oh wow. I know where we are now. So it does share a resemblance to this world. Wonder if there was an Allah as well. What's his name? Where are they? Back on shore. Let's double check. Mischief managed. That's awesome. Actually awesome though. Urianger, Alice, where's Fancred and nothing there. I knew you would because I think you mentioned it before when we was talking. I'm going back in. Nay, my ladies, also as thou art, thou would only endanger thyself. There we go. There's nothing where we looked, and now we're gonna walk on and be like, oh my god, it's you, Han! Hello! There's no voice acting, so we have to have it off. Oh, have we told them about the Warrior Darkness yet? But not for the Sorrowborn's blessing. But I not need labour to point. I'm glad to see you're safe and well, my friend. Have you ever idea how worried we were to wash up on shore only to find you weren't with us? Oh, but I'm not forgetting. Here's your crown, your majesty. The Fourth kept that part of the bargain at least. Let's go. 2 out of 4. Well, there were certain twists and turns that our work here is done, with everyone none the worse for wetness. Oh, thank goodness you're still here. Hey. Sol Uin, is there something amiss? A great big mob of mortals marching to Ll Mheg mortals with ugly weapons and uglier faces. They wouldn't be your friends, would they? Nope. Rather the reverse, I fear. The Ilmoran army, I guess. Meaning we can play with them? As much as you'd like, but just to be sure, I'll return with you to confirm their identities if they are who we suspect. We'll require your aid. If others are coming, then Alice will be too. Yes, can't have one without the other, you know. Alright, just remember, not your playmates this time. I'm afraid you must leave the rest of the lake hunt in your hands. That's fine. You know, don't worry, I've done this sort of thing before. It's fine. Defeating the light one was all okay. I've done this sort of thing before. I think the other one sounds a bit too arrogant. Indeed, you have. Very well done. See you afterwards, my friends. The key to the castle. Good times. Good, Urianger. Urianger's eager to press on with the hunt for the Fey Relics. With our enemies fast approaching, time is of the essence. We must need to accomplish our mission with all possible haste. Okay, among the Fey folk, they bear distinction of having abided in these lands since before the flood. They were also the friendliest of men, have served me faithfully whenever. Okay, brilliant. Let's lead to their way. Where is it? Okay. Bam, bam. I don't know why I'm doing the completely different song. Let's ignore that. Feel like we're gonna get up to here. Pla Enni, and then Walkerdorf, Willickdorf, Verbotenberg. Good God, these names are fun. How wrong can you get the names? Pretty wrong, if you're me. Look at the big. This looks like they want big hugs. 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 Urianger. How good thou? How art thou? There you go. Pass yonder. No. I'm thinking. My wife came running and asked for hugs. I said no, because then I'll get distracted. I know, but no, I get distracted. No distractions. So otherwise I'll end up like being distracted by the wife. I will hug the wife as soon as I finish her now. Like, hugs. I know what I'm like. I'll get distracted. I'm like, no more games. We don't play video games. You discovered a new location. Lovely jubbly. I assume he's guiding us there in his own eyes, right? This is a cool area. Witchweed. That is an unusual looking fellow. Right, there we go. If the path striketh thee as precisely, because it was once a mountain trail. This now lieth as a valley now, thrived the city of Vobert. It was only when forth came in the wake of the flood, the settlement was drowned. We stand upon its former outskirts, graze on lands where shepherds once tended their flocks. Though one cannot help but feel a pang of loss when faced with such a spectacle, one can scarcely blame the Faefolk for altering the land. The blame for their life rightly with delight. A force terrible enough to bring an entire civilization to its knees, an entire world that should have been allowed for it to rise unchecked in its greater regret. Yet in spite of all the tragedy which surroundeth me, full glad am I for the chance to be here. 'Twas these hands which brought together the warriors of darkness and Minfilla, lest I'll forget. Therefore, even though with no umbral calamity to forestall, it seemed only right I strive to deliver the first from its doom. Only right, I say, thou, such words ill convey the strength of my resolve. In truth, I can no more ignore the plight of this world than I can choose to stop breathing, and thus I do labour for those we have lost, for those we can yet to save. I like him a lot. The common struggle promised to test to our limits, but so long as we stand together, I doubt not, but that we shall prevail. Aha, mortals, just as we thought, boisterous Pixie. Are there business with us? Business? Had nothing so boring. Smelled you come and thought we'd come to play. They do not appear the Pixie of Lydha Lran. Mine apologies, but we are in some haste. Mayhap another day. Oh, in haste, you? Then allow me to hasten you on your way. Teehee. What? Bollocks. Where are we now? Teleportation magic. For a mercy, we're not so far from our course. Should the Pixies fans going to have it, they will not most certainly repeat the trick. We have not time to waste. Let us avail ourselves of an enchantment of learned. Fairy Cloak is called, a most ingenious magic which rendereth one invisible to Faefolk, although be it briefly. Was this going to be a sneaky mission? Where did we get teleported to? Oh, we literally got teleported to, like, barely anywhere. I shall cast the enchantment upon thee, and this Aegis out. Okay. Know, however, the enchantment shall suffice to veil thee and thee alone. Be not to apply man as only. Okay. Okay. What? Okay. Fake cloak. Do I have it? Come out, wherever you are. Bye, Ned. What destination? There is no destination. Oh, okay. We send them flying. Teehee. Why are they being naughty fairies? Oh, playful to be fair. I wouldn't say necessarily naughty. That might be a bit too mean. Any moment now. Right. Imagine he's right here. Now where? Alright. Right here. Perfect. They were just trying to troll us for a little bit, and we got past them. Tancred, Minfilia. Looks like they got ahead of us. Hello. Is this the entranceway? I assume you're right behind us. What took you so long? Fairies. Or pixies, whatever you want to call them. I see, yes, I'd say a valid excuse for lateness. You are hereby forgiven. And other good news, the new Mal village lies through here. So once you come through, will then be good. Oh, that is a pretty little place. Oh, damn, this area is like one of the best areas in the game, in my opinion. Nice. What the heck? They are so cute. Oh my god. Hello. Ah! Mortals are here. Lots of them. Ah! Oh, they're just adorable. They're so dopey. I thought you said the new moon were men's best friends. The poor thing's beside itself with fear. It was beside itself, perhaps, but not with fear. This is unacceptable to have so many mortals appear at once. There's more excitement than we can bear. They're friends. Green's Elderwide Ink, Pla Enni. It's been a while. Pray forgive my brevity, but time is against us. We've come to borrow the stone scepter of the new Mal. The stone scepter? You mean to lift the seal of Ll Mheg? This is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you. If the king is set free, none of us here will be safe. Unlike our fake cousins, we no more have called this land our home since time immemorial. Leaving is unthinkable. Thus did full many of us lay down our lives to seal away our king, and they were corrupted by light. If we do as you ask, the sacrifice would have been in vain. No one will come to harm. Just hand it. Okay. Don't worry, we'll defeat Titania. But then you only become another Light Warden. It changes nothing. Honor Elder, pray believe me when I say this man's possessed not only strength required to vanquish the king, but of something still more valuable, a means to resist the resultant corruption. Indeed, he have already laid low the Light Warden of Lakeland, all without succumbing to the influence of its light. He is yet a stranger to this land, it is true, but he did harbour the self-same desire to see the Sinias eliminated as we do. Will thou not lend us thy hand, and we might see this beloved home restored to its former glory? You may have always done right by us, Urianger. If you have placed your faith in this man, then shall so we. As you say, we want nothing more than be rid of the Sinias. Be as it may, this is not a decision to be made lightly. Require time to deliberate. A turn on the moon, perhaps. We don't have a turn on the moon unless we want to debate this with the Ulmarian army. However, given all that is at stake, I cannot well accept simply to roll over, and I'll close this to our quest. But even now, powerful draweth near, and I fear I must beseech you to hasten thy deliberations, that thou mightst fetch us the scepter while there is yet time to use it. Roll over, fetch. Ah! Know full well the naught gives us greater pleasure than to render aid to men. You know full well you speak words of power regardless. It's unfair, I tell you. In happier times, it's our honour to assist mortal need and receive rewards in befitting of our deeds. Get it, roll over, fetch. Since the kingdom of Obert fell, however, we've been starved of man's patronage. After so many years of deprivation, it's the swift of such an earnest. Wait, are these dogs? That's what they like. Very well, I promise to give you as swift an answer as I may. In return, I ask that you remain here a while and bestow upon us patronage. Yes, agreeable. Danny should go start cooking the chicken. Because I'm going to start cooking soon myself. Hello. You will offer your pension to our people, yes? Let's see, perhaps you can help with Marn Oze. They're one of our foremost artisans. Once held in the highest esteem by the Knights of Vobert. With the night gone, however, Marn Oze has no opportunity to put their skills to use. They would be overjoyed for your patronage. That's good. No, I understand. But that will have to be tomorrow. Right, guys. So... oh, well, I guess we'll have to do another bonus stream tomorrow. And maybe like 10 a.m. we'll do another bonus stream. Maybe 10:30. Yeah, about 10 a.m. 10:30. 10:30 a.m. all sounds good. And that'll be 10:30 a.m. MST. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I actually have been enjoying it so much. You guys can catch us on YouTube. Should be on there. But thanks everyone for watching, and just have a great day.